Hi, I'm Dawn Damari, and you're listening to another episode of my audio blog. This one is about the California coastal oil spill. Just wanted to remind you that you can get all of these audio blog episodes wherever you get podcasts. This isn't really a traditional podcast, but you can still get it on iTunes, Spotify, my website, and wherever you get podcasts. So, a couple weeks ago, there was an oil spill in California. When I wrote about it, the estimate was that 144,000 gallons of oil had been spilled from a pipeline outside of Huntington Beach and Newport Beach, which is just up the road from me. I live in Laguna Beach. And that estimate right now, as of October 19th, that estimate has been brought down to 25,000 gallons. So that's a huge difference, which is really good. But there's still a lot of questions, and there's a lot of political involvement around this, so I'm not going to talk about that. I'm going to talk about the lessons we can learn from this oil spill and how we can think about other environmental disasters and how they affect our health. So again, this oil spill was estimated to be a lot larger. There still was some effect on a marshland, a wildlife habitat in Huntington Beach. Oiled birds were showing up on the shores, which is really sad. Dead fish. And there is a lesson with this, just as there is with climate change and environmental disasters resulting from climate change that are going to impact this planet in the future. We're already seeing some of that. And when we live out of balance with nature, this is what happens. Our health is tied to the health of the planet. Our health doesn't exist in a vacuum. It's great to take personal responsibility for our health. It's great to eat nutritious foods, move our body, go to the doctor when we're supposed to, but it doesn't exist in a vacuum. Our health depends on the health of our planet. If the planet isn't healthy, we're not going to be healthy. So oil spills, as well as other natural disasters that result from human activity, they don't only devastate the planet. When we talk about climate change, I know some of my listeners will not agree, and that's fine. I'm not going to get political on here. So what can we learn from this ecological disaster that happened in California? And I was born and raised in Southern California, and I've always had a fondness for the ocean. And a lot of my social media content pays a lot of respect to the ocean. There's a lot of photos of the beach and the ocean because I live near it. So it's very important to protect it. And when the oil spill first happened, I just assumed, oh, this is normal. I don't know a lot about this stuff. So I thought, oh, this must happen all the time. I've gone to Huntington Beach and seen the oil platforms out there. The state has banned oil drilling, apparently within state waters, but these are federal waters. I didn't know this. But I've always seen the oil platforms out there, and I just thought this happened all the time and it was easily cleaned up. And I was really wrong about that. There is a lesson from this. Indigenous people for centuries have been telling us that we are living out of balance with nature. And in recent years, we have been doing this even more so. And we're all connected to this oil spill and disasters like this in some form. All of us use oil, even those who have electric cars or hybrid cars or don't drive too much. That's great, but we all still use oil. Petroleum is used for everything, from the makeup I wear to my glasses, to my phone that I have, to medications that people take. They all use petroleum. So what can we do? How can we learn from this ecological disaster and other disasters which are only going to increase with climate change? Well, first of all, we should not take nature for granted. It's there, but it's a gift to us, so we need to protect it, take care of it. We can also examine our own habits and see what we can pare down. What can we do in our lives to live simpler? And we can lobby for change. There are things that we can do. Again, we are living out of balance with nature. Competition, progress, personal strength, dominance, winning. Those are really important things. Progress is important. We can't just languish as a species. However, there has to be a balance. We are capable of empathy, collaboration. We are capable of slowing down, sharing, being mindful, and working towards a common goal. Our empathy, gentleness, receiving, and our intuition, we will be able to live more in balance with nature. We can put pressure on corporations to make changes, we can do things, and we can also get in touch with that part of ourselves that contributes to what's going on the planet. What happens on the planet affects us. So again, we don't live in a vacuum with our health. I don't have any answers and I'm not pointing any fingers. I do all the same things as everyone else. And all we can really do is try to be better stewards of our planet, ourselves, and care for each other too. And we can lobby governments and corporations for change. And I hope we all remember this, especially here in Orange County now that the beaches are open and this is going to be forgotten. It'll be yesterday's news soon enough. I hope we can all remember these lessons.